Yes, you are on the right channel. Yes, I am blind now. Okay, so let's get to the backstory. So tonight is Halloween, as you guys know, and I am going to a Halloween party, and the theme of the Halloween party is called Dukes and Boots. You guys know about Daisy Duke and her little shorts, and we all grew up with it. So it's all about the denim shorts and the cowboy boots. So if you ask me to come as a cowgirl, I'm giving you Beyonce. I found a silver little cowgirl cowboy hat. So this is just part of the outfit. I went to the um Goodwill to look for some stuff because we ain't trying to pay a whole bunch of money for an outfit that I'm gonna wear one time. So I have my outfit together. I'll post some pictures later on, but I just wanted to let you guys know. So I'm testing out this hair. Now my husband is real particular about my hair, even though it's on my head and not his. So if he doesn't like the hair, then I'll just go back to my normal hair. But if we're doing Beyonce, I mean, come on. It's a theme. So anywho, y'all did not come here for that. I had people asking me last month or earlier this month, um, were you gonna do an end of month live? Because people thought that I was gonna give my interpretation of everything. To me, it was kind of like a snooze fest. So I was just like, whatever. Last night I did watch, and I said, well, I'll just go ahead and do a video since people are asking about it. I tuned in late, so I took notes. I'm gonna start at the part where, you know what, I'll just start from the beginning because I went ahead and I looked at the replay later and I took my notes from there. So if you want to hear it, here go. Okay, so beginning of the video, the thing that just tickled me was that during the whiff box segment, they just insisted that Dan be in the frame. And it's like, why? He doesn't need to be in there. So at one point, him and Orville were sharing a chair. They both looked really uncomfortable. Orville looked way more uncomfortable than Dan. And I'm just looking like, why? So let's see. After that, oh, they gave the contents of the whip box. In case you are wondering, didn't see it, it's going to be a small stocking, um, a counter clean in perfect peppermint, 3 cent circles in frosted fantasy, a room spray in cinnamon fantasy, cinnamon woods, a pod in eucalyptus wreath, an ice balsam wax bar, which is the December scent of the month, and a Christmas cookie wax bar. So this time they did light all the warmers up so you can see them. So that was something that people have been complaining about. They showed the $160 limited edition warmer. Granted, this is a beautiful warmer. It's cute. I even showed it to my husband. He was like, well, I got to give it to Scentsy. They know how to make some warmers. I don't have $160 spent on a warmer. I don't think I've ever bought one of the limited edition ones. And right now, child, ain't nobody moving on. Okay, they did the scents of the season. They're all 5 new scents. They're bringing out Wicked Part 2, so it's going to be the warmer. They're taking that out of the vault, and there's going to be the pack of bars. They have the OG Emerald City. Then they have the Pink Girl Perfection, which is supposed to be a pink bubble gum and strawberry scent. You know, we love pink over here. So I'm here for it. They have Friends for Good, which is supposed to be a powdery floral vanilla. I'm here for that. I love a powdery fragrance. And they have one called Green Girl Power. I did not catch the notes on that. Orville said, take the bars to the movies and smell them. And then he said, as people are looking like, what are you doing? Let them experience the fragrance and smell it so they can experience Wicked in 4D. And then he said you could make some sales off of that. Okay, so now I am to the point where I joined at 8:45. So he was explaining again why they decided to come out with candles. And they said it was because of the tariffs that they thought were coming down the pike, and they wanted to have something to sell to people because it was going to be a product that was made here in the good old US of A. And then they started talking about why they loved candles and why candles they were saved by candles. I have never heard this story, but it was something about they were making something. I don't know if it was a cider explosion or something like that, but um my mom used to make homemade wine and stuff. So you guys know, if you know people that make products like that, there's a whole thing with timing and going back and checking the batch and making sure everything's at its appropriate level. So I guess for whatever reason, um anyway, there was an explosion and cider or whatever it was, cider wine, I'm not sure what it was, but it just went all over the kitchen. They talked about their 15-foot ceilings and their Venetian plaster. They got messed up and I'm just looking like, wow, must be nice. Sorry. I thought what I thought. And they said, Heidi said how she lit every candle in the house, and it was about 5 or 6 candles, and um, that took the smell out of the house. And she said that candles saved us. So my thought was, you didn't have any air freshener? Like, have you heard of Febreze, Glade? Like, I thought everybody had some air freshener in the house. Maybe it's just me. Anyway, um, they did mention that the candle experience will be different than your wax experience and that the scent will not be the same as wax. We all know that. Now they're trying to explain it to people again like we didn't know that in the first place. Okay, and then Dan said candles are fun. I just felt like I feel like they keep pushing the candles. I'm not sure why. They keep coming out with all these different scents. They claim the candles are selling out. I don't know because I haven't bought a candle, so who knows? But there was a huge push for the candles in this live. It's like they feel like people have gotten over the initial shock and now they're just like, let's go, candles. The consultants were arguing with each other in the comments regarding the candles, and people, the diehards are like, "Well, if you don't like it, don't buy it," and da 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 da. Oh, they made a huge announcement, and they said that the launch of the Scentsy candles would be in Mexico, and they're going to get 3 candles. They said something is happening with club, and that some people would be mad, and I was kind of like, "Okay, are you getting rid of our club?" So they mentioned that they opened the Always Get My Bar. They will open that to people that have club, and that will be starting in November for the month of November. So it was that whole thing about people being mad when they lost something in club. Before they said, so now if you've lost something by accident, you can get it back. And they're going to have a select number of bars. They said they were starting with, I think, hundreds instead of thousands to try and do a soft rollout of it. And it'll be for the month of November. It will be in the news tab, which it is already. I'll go through that in a second. And they said this can't stay, they can't say forever that this will happen, but we all know how Scentsy Forever is. So I guess they're doing a blanket statement. They said, bring back my bar. Voting will start. It's only going to be 3 days, so it's going to be November 3rd, which is your girl's birthday. November 3rd through November 5th. The bars will be spread out over time, so it's not going to be like you only have that initial month to get the bar. So it's going to be spread out. There's going to be a variety of bars, spring, summer, winter, fall, and they will release them as they see appropriate, I guess, for the season. And I think they said 40 winners would be spread out over the year. They brought out two more candles, winterberry apple tea and cinnamon bear, and then Orville went into a story about cinnamon bear and getting the color right. Back in the day when they first started Scentsy, and how the bar used to come out hot pink instead of red, and they had to do all these formulations and changes and chemistry lessons and all this stuff to get the color to the color that it is. Why we needed to know that, I don't know. We did not need to know the origin story of cinnamon bear, I promise. Okay, so then Harry Potter. Now, this makes me happy because when they had that drop in clearance, I missed those Harry Potter bars. I completely forgot. Once again, I work every day, a regular, degular job, and I completely forgot about the sale. And I was pissed when I found out that those Harry Potter bars had came out and were gone. So the Harry Potter bars are coming back, um, with also mini warmers that represent each of the four houses. They were super cute. Um, and they had a large four-sided warmer which had each house represented on like the little screen. It was like a square kind of screen that went over the light, and each house was represented. That was cute too. I like Harry Potter. I'm still working my way through all the movies. I think I have two left to watch. I just like the bars, you know what I mean? I'm not that big a fan where I need like all the warmers and stuff, but they were super cute, and that is coming from somebody that does not intend to buy one, but I got to give it to them. They were super cute. Okay, and then the Harry Potter Honey Dukes collection of bars would be out also. And it was in like the large kind of candy wrapper design. So they were saying how giftable that was, and 'tis the season to give. So, what else? The cringy comments. Okay, there were a lot of cringy comments from people that are constantly ingesting the Kool-Aid. I'll just put it that way. Just a couple of them were, "You're spoiling us," and "so blessed to be part of this family." And then another one was, "How are we supposed to sleep tonight? You have us set up for success, not failures." Okay, I'm done. It was just so cringy, I had to share it with y'all. Okay, so they said, okay, something new coming to club subscribers, and that is all the bars that are coming out of the vault, which we will go over very quickly. I'm not going to go through every fragrance because there are plenty of people out there that are already doing that. I saw one person this morning, I think Happily Scented Life. I looked at a little bit of her video before I got out and started running around, and she went through every single fragrance by name. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna tell you what I'm excited about. Oh, they did mention that, okay, so something new is coming, and they said club subscribers will be the first to get access to it. They said it's a new fragrance system. If y'all know what it is, please comment below, because I know the higher ups already know what it is, you know, your directors and superstars and stuff, but I'll let you girl if you know what it is. They said the pre-launch, um, they said it's something that other companies have done before, but badly. But Scentsy got it right. So the announcement will happen on November 20th. They also mentioned that Gilmore Girls Warmer sold out in 4 minutes. Who knew? I'm like I said, I'm not a fan. I haven't even watched an episode, but I guess y'all are on it. They said there were, so toward the end they started going back to what they used to do, which was shouting people out. Dan did his own shout outs through his phone of different, I guess he sends out an email or something for promotions and stuff like that. So he did personal shout outs from that. And then they read comments like they used to do back in the day. So they said there were 100 director promotions. And then Orville closed out the show by saying there's an anti direct selling sentiment in the world. And he said Scentsy is not perfection, but they are honorable. Just let that sit for a minute, let it breathe. He said there are forces that don't want people to come together because if you aren't connected in love, you can be manipulated. Now that part's kind of true because that goes across a whole bunch of different areas. So I'll give them that. In the back office, it shows you the list of the scents. So, like I said, I'm just going to go through the ones that your girl is particularly excited about. Um, and they're in alphabetical order. Almond croissant. That was one that I really liked. That will be coming back. Um, let's see. Apple s'mores. I remember that one. That was a good one. Arctic kiss. Um, and like I said, I'm not going through all, just what's jumping out to me. Um, the black raspberry collection that will be coming back. Linen sangria, woods, frosting. Black tie affair. I kind of remember that one. Blackberry meringue. That was good. Blonde wood and moonflower is one a lot of people talked about. Breakfast in bed, blue sage and tonka. I don't remember bubblegum blast, but butter pecan, tomato. Um, candy dandy, that was one I loved. Cashmere corduroy. What else? Christmas tree. I don't really remember that. Churros coming back. Um, cocoa lime. Let's see. Um, Cutie Pie Cupcake, used to love that one. Dark Harbor, love that. Let's see. Exotic Vanilla. Fairy Tale Pumpkin, that was one a lot of people talked about. Farmer's Market. Um, Flower Child, Fluffy Fleece. French Lavender. Let's see. I don't remember Gone Camping, but sounds like a popular one. Grapevine. Hazelnut frosting. Can't wait for that. Um, Highway Run. What else? Honeymoon Hideaway. Hug in a Mug. Inner Peace. Joy and Wonder. King Cake. Let's see. Lemon Verbena, which I can't believe that. Why would that have ever gone away to begin with? Linger, Lush Gardenia, Lux Vanilla, Marshmallow Mint. Once again, this is not the entire list. This is just me and my favorites and what's jumping out to me. Moonchild, My Wish, Ode to Opulence, Painted Leaves. Let's see. Persian Lime and Sandalwood, Pina Colada Cha Cha. Oh, what else? Pistachio ice cream, Plumeria. Doo, doo, doo. Oh, we're in the R's now. Rio Beach wasn't my favorite. I think that was like super duper sunscreeny, but a lot of people liked it. My husband even liked it. It was like choking me out. Rosemary Mint, Rum Pum Pum, Saddle Up. Um, let's see. Santorini Blossoms, Sedona Sunset. silver spur. We're getting to the exciting part, right? Some of y'all already know what's coming. Skinny dipping. I know Lisa Roberry, that's her jam, but it's been in her club forever. But when I think of that and oodles of orange, I think about her. Um, Snuggle up, stargazing. Sugar. Let's see, Surfer Chick, Sweet Pea and Vanilla, Sweet Plum Pastry. That's another Lisa scent. Let's see. Vanilla Barnwood, Vanilla Oak, Vanilla Oud, Vanilla Suede, Violet Spun Sugar. I don't remember that, but I want it. Whipped frosting. Oh, I didn't say the other one. Wait a minute. Sugar and shimmer. Yep, sugar and shimmer. The twins are coming back. Summer holiday. One of my favorites. Let's see, sweet plum pastry. I said the vanillas. Whipped frosting. I will finally get to experience that. So many of you have said that was just a jam scent. I'm excited for it. And let's see, Winter Wonderland, Winter Twilight, Woodland Mellow, Woolly Slippers, World Traveler, and Zeppelin. So the ones that I mentioned, as I said, once again, that was not the complete list. That was just things I was excited for and things that popped out at your girl. So I'm excited for this. I feel like Scentsy is finally listening to their consultants. So I'm excited. I still have my club and I am ready to add some good things in it starting tomorrow. So if you see this video, today is Halloween. So if you don't see it till later, I'm going to try and upload this today before I start heading out and for the night. But that is it. So like I said, on Monday is your girl's birthday. So tonight is Halloween. Tomorrow, my brother is coming to hang out so we can get into our shenanigans of having beverages and just chilling out and having fun like we did when we were younger. And hubby's doing something with me Monday, and I don't know what the rest of I'm off Monday. I took off work, so um that's just the beginning. So that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Please let me know below what you will be adding to your Scentsy club. I cannot wait, and I am so happy. And I think this is really going to be the boost that Scentsy needed to get them back on track, because I I know people's clubs are just gonna explode, and that's what they want and that's what they need. So if you have any questions, if you have any thoughts on the live last night, comment below. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next video, and I will be posting some pictures of the complete outfit later. Thanks. Bye.